Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boy, CryptoKeeper. And we are here, I should say, I am here to just have a kick-ass day. Let's have some fun today. We've got some really good news popping off. Crusader last minute got called into a work call, so wah. He's not going to be able to talk trash about the XRP fam. Put them up. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on out in crypto land. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. It's a beautiful Wednesday. Just as a reminder for everyone, in case you didn't know, we were doing for a long time, we were doing What If Wednesdays, where we dove into some political topics. We dove into conspiratorial ideas. We have been advised to back off of that. So as a reminder, we are going to be going private once a week with a stream where we can dive into all the topics that you want to get into. We'll have live interaction over there. We're still working on getting that started. That is for our protection, your protection, everybody's protection. And yeah, excited about getting started with that. But as a reminder, Wednesdays are no longer going to be What If Wednesday. So if you were here for What If Wednesday, stick around. We still got some great news to throw at you. Still going to have some fun today. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Let's jump into the chat. Let's see who's in the chat. Alan Colley, the man, the myth, the legend, holding lots of DCA NFTs. How you doing, Alan? Unforgettable name. A daily person here. Appreciate you for being here as always. We've got the Secret Soul Society, and we still don't know who that is. Still trying to figure that out. Somebody please dox Secret Soul Society for me in the chat. Been waiting to hear who that is. Sack Nasty in the house. And Crusader says he's always watching. So he's not, in fact, working. He's acting as if. It's kind of like me when I was in Brazil, right? Like I was doing work, you know what I mean? When I was actually having fun. And then we got Gary Gensler in the house. And I'll tell you what, if we really did have Gary Gensler in the house, I have some words for you, Gary. They're not going to be nice. So yeah, give me a call. Call me privately. B Baker in the house. A1 in the house, and I believe that Anna, my Anna, is in the house somewhere. She's hiding. She's lurking. She's not in the chat, but I know she's there. Anyway, hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's get into it. First of all, if you are not involved in Danger Close Alpha, get involved. We've got popping off some NFTs. We sold about 30-something NFTs yesterday, so shout out. I think Kenton or maybe it was Crypto Billy. A few people yesterday bought some NFTs last night during the Twitter space. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate that. So there's a little QR code if you're looking to get involved with the DCA fam. Get yourself an opportunity to win 5 Ethereum. And then as always, I'm always drinking coffee. And since YouTube wants to, shut us down with basically shadow banning us, hey, you want to support the stream? Buy me a coffee. Crusader doesn't drink coffee really, but you can buy me a coffee. So appreciate it. And then yeah, the commodities, bullets, beans, and bourbon are 0.01. All right, let's dive into it. Let's have some fun. Let's take a look at the markets. We'll start there, and then we will we'll press on forward. The markets. Let me update this. We are at 1.09 trillion with a T dollars. That's down 2.51%. Bitcoin pressing down below 24. We were pressing on 25 just yesterday. Now we're pressing down below 24. We'll see if that keeps on heading. 2% on the week. ETH pushing down towards that 1600 number. BNB, that 300 number. A lot of numbers that I talk about a lot. We're always playing around those numbers. XRP fam, I know you're here to talk about USDC today. We're down as well, but pretty flat at about 39 cents. And then Cardano, BUSD, which I'm not going to count because it's a stablecoin, and Polygon, Matic, and Dogecoin rounding out the top 10, down a couple percent as to be expected. All right, so crypto markets, a lot going on, a lot of information. Just as a reminder, smash the like. Takes 2 seconds. If you're in the live chat on mobile, all you got to do, hit the little X out of there, smash the like, dive right back in. And yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you for being here. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk a little government, little bit of government. We're going to start off with, we're going to start off with Congressman Emmer, I believe, is his name. U.S. Congressman introduces bill to block CBDC rollout. Oh, hey, what do you know? Google's paying attention. Right underneath, we've got Body Armor. They are listening to us talking about the fact that every 100 mints, we are giving away. That's right. We are giving away a free, well, I guess it'll be free to you, won't be free to us, but we're going to be giving away a vest. So if you want a vest, you want one of these with the DCA patch on it, make sure you are involved in the NFT in the bullets, beans, and bourbon. All right, so check this out. So a lot of stuff happening. The CBDCs are possibly a no-go for the Fed if this bill passes. All right. Congressman Tom Emmer, I think I said Bill Emmer. His name's Tom. Bill, it's all the same. Tom Emmer introduced a bill called the CBDC Anti-Surveillance State Act to block the Fed from issuing a central bank digital currency. Many of you know what a central bank digital currency is. If you don't, get your head on straight, figure it out. It is digital money that the banks are going to be able to control anything and everything that you do. Our money is already digital as it is, but hey, it's a different story. The bill aims to protect the financial privacy, supposedly, of U.S. citizens and prevent the development of a dangerous surveillance tool. This is something that Crusader and I have talked about a lot. If your money is 100,000% digital, if it is on the blockchain is a beautiful thing. It can be used for wonderful things. But if your money, every single last Satoshi, is on the blockchain, guess what? It can all be tracked. We still do have cash, which is a beautiful thing. It's actually private. I could make a cash payment to somebody. Nobody would be the wiser. I still think that's a beautiful thing. I'm hoping that we can figure out a way to possibly, if we make this digital move, to also get some privacy, because you already know the Fed, the U.S. government will do everything they can to take away and strip away all the privacy that you would like to have. If passed, it would bar the Fed from issuing a digital dollar to anyone and using the CBDC to control our economy. So sounds like a good thing, right? It says it's part of maintaining America's position as a leader in technology space, allowing technology that holds American values at its core to flourish. Basically, you read through this article and they spin it as if these are all beautiful things, which they can be. Here's the problem. The problem is, and Crusader was going to talk about this until he got called out, it's all Fugazi. It is. At the end of the day, the government wants to rub your back, tell you everything's fine, and we're here to help. So if they come out and say, listen, we're going to block the Fed from being able to push out and distribute a digital dollar, okay, sounds good at first. But then what is Circle? What is the company that is Circle? Circle, who owns the stablecoin USDC, is owned by these massive corporations, these massive entities that are tied in with our government like so. They are hand in hand making decisions together. So effectively, they could scratch your back on one side and say, hey, we're not going to let the Fed do that to you. But they effectively could use, Circle could use, the government could use USDC as effectively that stablecoin, as effectively that CBDC. So as we always tell you, question everything, trust nothing. This could be a whole lot of rubbing of backs, trying to make you feel good about the fact that they are going to protect your privacy, while at the same time making handshake deals at dinner parties that you and I are not invited to, and saying, hey, we are going to continue to be in control. We will allow you, Circle, to press out your USDC, right, stablecoin, but we want to have and maintain full control of it. So just beware. Not everything is always as it seems. Take a quick break, slide into the chat. B Baker, what's going on? DJ has MS, what's going on? A1, hopefully you're doing well. Glad that you guys are here. All right, so pay attention. When these articles come out, they're not always what they seem. That's basically the moral of the story here. This could be a beautiful thing, not allowing the Fed to, push out a central bank digital currency. I love it. But they are going to be able to replace it in one way or another. If you think for 1 second that our government is going to move entirely digital, that we're going to move away from the United States dollar, right? And they're going to allow someone that effectively, they have no control over, run the money, you've lost your mind. Okay, that's just a fact. The most powerful, the way that these people gain and maintain power is through money. We are all debt slaves. Each and every one of you are working your butt off on a daily basis, as am I, for this fictitious thing that we call the US dollar. And the US dollar is printed out of control. We send it overseas. We do anything and everything we, meaning the Fed / the government, wants to do with it. And you have no say in it. So you effectively work your butt off. They print as much as they can. They devalue your dollar. You then have to work harder for more, create supply chain issues. You spend $9 for a dozen eggs. It's getting wild out there. So just pay attention. Pay close attention. So that's what's going on there. Make sure that you are well protected. I like to tell people, and this is never financial advice, but diversification, right? I still believe it or not, I still believe that the US dollar is something that you should be a part of, if not a big part of your portfolio in one way or another. I believe stocks, bonds, treasuries, all of that stuff that's part of the legacy financial system is an important part of what you're holding. And then always, 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 you already know what time it is, blue chip crypto, i.e. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano. I would consider something like VeChain, Chainlink, so these top tier projects, Polygon Matic, BNB, these are all top tier projects that ultimately are hopefully going to help you succeed as we move towards this digital economy, this future that is the US dollar and whatever that looks like. So pay attention. It's all happening, whether you like it or not. And speaking of Binance, BUSD, which is the stable coin on BNB, on Binance, is having some issues. So BUSD, the third largest stablecoin by market cap, quickly dropped to a low of 20 cents against the DAI stablecoin on Wednesday morning as liquidity dried up on the Binance crypto exchange. Now, this is scary. We've seen this happen before. And when these stablecoins depeg, if you're not familiar, stablecoins are effectively supposed to just stay at $1. Sometimes you'll see them at 99 cents. Sometimes you'll see them at $1.01. But they're effectively, and people will try to arbitrage and make money off of that move with larger amounts of capital. But at the end of the day, they're supposed to stay at $1. Imagine if you woke up this morning and let's just say your bank account was at 20% of what it was the night before. That would be a problem, right? Well, thankfully, it didn't stay that way for long. We got some information on it, though, but effectively, liquidity dried up on the exchange. There was a cascading slippage that went down to 20 cents. It did quickly regain the peg. There's basically a bunch of sell orders that aggregated to like $3.38 million down from the $1 peg, meaning that it would require, just to explain it, it would require $3.38 million market sell to take the price to that level again. These stable coins are definitely something to pay attention to. They need to stay pegged. And as a quick hold, hi Bookie. Addison wants to jump on and tell everybody we've got Monkey, we've got Ray, we've got Baby, and we've got Piggy. And she wants to remind everybody you need to be holding a hardware wallet. She's got more Ethereum than you do, and we've got a link down below the stream to hook you up with a ledger. So if you are not holding your own assets, don't get FTX'd. Click the link down below. Are you doing well, baby? Did you sleep good? Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hi, there we go. I love you. Can you say hi, everybody? I love you. Uh-oh. You dropped Monkey and Ray. Here, I'll get Monkey for you. Here you go. Here. There you go. There you go. Okay. I love you. I'll see you in a little bit, okay? That's the beautiful one and only Addison jumping in to remind everybody, get your hardware wallets. Make sure that that's an important part of what we do here. Try to keep you guys safe. Try to keep you guys safe. Thank you, Sean. Good to see you, bro. Haven't seen you in a little while. Sean, let us know New World Crypto in the chat. says she's such a cutie. Yes, she is. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let us know when you're rocking and rolling and when you're going live. I know you had some stuff go on, but I'd love to know when that's when that's live, when that's happening. So yeah, so back to what we were talking about with the stable coins. They need to be able to hold their peg. And so the reason that this is a problem more than just the obvious is that governments are going to point to this and say, oh, we cannot rely on all these other entities. They can't hold the dollar. It just takes a small amount of liquidity or even a large amount of liquidity to drop the price for it to depeg. And so we need to figure out a way to keep the decentralization involved if we can. BUSD is not going to be very, I don't know that I'd call it decentralized, but to keep that in play, but hold that peg. So that peg needs to hold. The big issue here, though, is that BUSD has been caught up in a regulatory tussle. Basically, the New York NYDFS, Department of Financial Services, I think is what it is, ordered Paxos to stop issuing the stablecoin, which is going to see the supply trend towards zero over time. So it's been dealing with its own issues, something to pay attention to. If you're holding BUSD, just pay attention to that, okay? I personally like to use USDC and USDT, but I do hold some BUSD. I didn't have any effect from that because I wasn't actively trading it. But hey, it depegged shortly, thankfully not for too long. So quick break. Make sure to smash the likes. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. Smash that like, X out of live chat. Do your thing. Shout out to the chat. iStack Crypto says, danger close alpha. Trust nothing. Verify everything and hit the freaking like button. That's right. Question everything. Trust nothing. Do the thing. That's hit the like. All right, cool. Moving on. Let's check out what Hong Kong's got going on. If you haven't been paying attention over the years, China has been a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of a buzz country, if you will, in this thing that we call cryptocurrency. And they have went back and forth, back and forth. It seems like every other day, back in 2017 and moving forward, it seemed like every other day we got information. China's banning crypto. No, they're not. Yes, they are. And it would move the markets. And I think finally we've kind of chilled out on that because we realize, hey, you're not going to stop Bitcoin altogether, but we could have some bullish information here. Hong Kong to accelerate Web3 innovation in region with $50 million spend. So what is this all about? Let's get into this. So Hong Kong, Hong Kong is back, is how I have this listed. Tron founder Justin Sun shared details of a $50 million spend by the Hong Kong government to accelerate Web3 development in the region. The budget document updated on February 22nd outlined plans administered by Cyberport to fund startups and technology companies in Hong Kong. Okay, you've got my attention. Let's talk about it. The government is also organizing major international seminars and workshops for young people to promote cross-sectoral business cooperation. The document recognizes virtual assets, it's VA, as an intrinsic aspect of vibrant Web3 ecosystem and is looking into responsible development of the cryptocurrency sector. Okay. Many innovative enterprises have inquired about setting up a base in the city state. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that there is a very good possibility that if somebody's dumping $50 million into a sector in a place where effectively they have tried to shut down crypto, maybe somebody knows something. Maybe there is information that you aren't aware of. Again, maybe one of those dinner parties where things are going to kick back up and start rocking and rolling. That would be really important. That would be a whole region, a whole lot of money that effectively would open some of the floodgates. And hey, maybe that could be something to help turn around what is currently kind of a slow and stale crypto space. What's up, Biomex? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Glad that you are here. Thank you for always supporting the channel, dude. You are a big part of why we do what we do. So thank you. Also, super chats are open. If you guys have something in particular that you really want to toss out there, toss up a super chat. Be supporting the stream with that. So yeah, so hopefully Hong Kong is able to, implement some changes, get crypto back on the board, and we can see we can see some more liquidity. We can see more money pouring into the crypto space. I think we want it to be everywhere, right? We want all the monies to be in crypto, except for the scammers. We don't like the scammers. We don't like them. But we want as much money as possible to be in the crypto space. And if we are eliminating effectively regions from what is the crypto space as a whole, we've got some problems, right? So hopefully as regulatory clarity, we get more regulatory clarity. Some of these governments try to understand, hey, there is a beautiful thing that can come from this. If we can get our heads screwed on straight, maybe we can get some more upward trajectory up into the right on the charts. So that would be good. What's up, Kenton? I see you in the house, brother. Glad that you are here. And we got your boy Cassius Cuvée in the house. My man dropping ill beats, dropping verbs, dropping rhymes. If you're not following Cassius Cuvée, make sure to check him out. That's my boy Cassius. I'm gonna shoot you a text a little bit later, but we need to link up soon. I think the next event that I'll be at, I believe, is Austin. I might be at an event before that, but Consensus Austin, let's make sure to link up, dude. He's a good friend of the channel. So Cassius, good to see you, brother. Glad that you are here in the chat. All right, so we have talked about stable coins. We've talked about a bill blocking CBDCs. We've talked about Hong Kong, the region, getting back into the crypto space. What else do we want to talk about? Well, let's talk about the market as a whole. We've got some on-chain metrics. Now, I'm not going to try to confuse anybody too much. I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible, but there's some on-chain metric, some data that is suggesting we could have a reversal in play, okay? So let me dive in and just kind of explain this chart as you're seeing it. So on-chain data says bear market reversal. Realized price is a metric used to determine market movements in a bear and bull market by showing the cost basis of the Bitcoin network. So what effectively is people's cost basis in Bitcoin, okay? Long-term hodlers, people that have been holding, I believe they're going to consider a long-term hodler a year or more, and short-term hodlers are two primary cohorts for driving the market, and then it divides those to basically reflect a cost basis for each group. So you have the short-term holders, you have the long-term holders. There's a ratio that basically will illustrate whether the market is shifting one way or another, okay? In historical bear markets, 2011, 2015, 2018, the short-time hodler's price, the realized price, dropped below the long-time hodler's realized price. That triggers a bear market, and then the market reversed when the short-time hodler's realized price rose above the long-time hodler's realized price. So here's the deal. In 2022, the short-term hodler's price dropped below the long-term hodler's price. So it's indicating a reversal in the market, assuming that it bounces back above the long-term hodler's realized price. So that's a whole bunch of long-term, short-term, long-term, short-term. Basically, what's happening? We're saying that the market is suggesting, right? We look at charts. We do TA for a reason. We also do fundamental analysis for a reason. They both have their respective places in the crypto space, okay? And some of this on-chain data is just aggregating a whole bunch of information and then using history to show, hey, this is what happened before. And if you've been around crypto at all, you know the trend is your friend until the end. And the trend has been, one of the trends has been whether the long-term hodlers or the short-term hodlers have a higher or lower cost basis. And effectively what we're looking at is a move towards what could be a reversal, heading us back up into the right, baby. That's what we want to see. Now, be cautious. Charts, anybody will tell you, they tell you a story, and history, may show something. However, you need to keep in mind, as always, fundamentally, there's issues and things that could happen in the crypto space that could totally change that data. It could be, the time could be now that it's going to be different. But the reason I like the on-chain data is because it does take a whole bunch of information that has been aggregated over years and shows a trend. And effectively, we get patterns out of it. This would be an example of that pattern, and it's looking like we might have a reversal soon. So maybe we are going to continue up and to the right. Your boy Keeper still believes we have one more big push down. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. I don't want to be the, a lot of people expect somebody on a YouTube show to do nothing but give you hopium and tell you we're going to the moon, baby, tomorrow. You already know what Crusader and I do. We try to give you the real. We tell you question everything, trust nothing. And so my personal opinion is that we're still going to have another leg down. I believe that this is a bear market rally, as we would call it. But hey, I'm all about being wrong in this situation. If we just want to take off and start heading up and to the right, if we want Bitcoin's price action to continue to go up and to the right, let's get it. I will happily say on any stream you want me to, I was wrong. But just for the record, I believe that we still have another leg down. So Biomex in the chat, thank you for the super chat, says, let's do a DCA meetup in Austin. I can coordinate for you. Biomex, we're going to do it, brother. I'll be in Austin for sure. I don't know if it'll be me and Crusader, but I will be in Austin. So let's definitely do that, dude. I know you got a little bit of a drive to make that happen, but if you can make the drive, bro, I'm there. Love to meet you. Alan also, I want to throw this out there, says, who's ready for May? I'm ready for May. If you don't know, we have got over 130 different classes from the best in the business that is prepping in May in Ohio. If you want to get involved or figure out what that is, get yourself a bug out bag. I believe there's still some on OpenSea. They sold out, but I think there might still be some virtual bags. If it's bag 0 to 212, it's a live access on site, and you have to sign up for classes and whatnot. That's in May 12th, 13th, and 14th here in Ohio. And then if it is bags 213 through 500, that's going to be virtual access. So I'm definitely ready for it, brother. Looking forward to meeting everybody there. We're going to have a big party. I think we're going to have a keg. We'll show you guys how we get down. We're going to have some fun. And then last but not least, I want to just shout out Cassius, NFTLA. I'm going to look at that, brother. You can drop it in the chat. I need to look at when the date for that is. In the past, I've tried to stay a little bit away from LA. Don't everybody hate me all at once. I've tried to stay out of California. I know you live out there, Cassius, but I haven't liked some of the rules that they've tried to impress upon me. So if NFTLA is going to be like it was last year and they're going to try to do this to me, not happening. I won't be there. But if they're not going to do that, I think it would be an important thing for myself and Crusader to be at. So I'm going to get some information on that. I actually was looking into that yesterday because I want to make sure that if we should be there, that will be there. So appreciate you. Tommy Gunn says, thank you for all you do and the news you bring to everyone. Tommy Gunn, appreciate you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, cool. Let's round it out. Crusader put a title on here talking about XRP, right? Talking about USDC is going to take over XRP or something like that, right? And he thought he was going to get to come on here. I'm sure he's listening right now, so we'll probably see him in the chat. Thought he was going to get to come on here and trash XRP, but guess what? Keeper stream. You know what I mean? So pay no attention to the chat. If you see something come up from Debate Crypto, it's not me. It's Crusader trying to talk trash about XRP. So let's look at the article though. Let's see what exactly we were talking about here, and we'll press forward from there. Let me pull it up. Here we go. It's actually big news though. This is really, really important. MasterCard to allow crypto payments in Web3 via USDC settlements. We got the little MasterCard guy there. This is really interesting to me. Before I dive into the specifics of this, I think that we need the when we've talked about mainstream adoption for a long time, one of the things that I think people don't understand is that it is a good and a bad thing at the same time. I think a lot of people think, oh, well, the moment that we get, these massive companies just all in on crypto, we're just going to the moon. Well, not exactly, because these companies that get involved in this are playing the same game that everyone else is trying to play. You have hedge funds that are trying to outwit other hedge funds. You have massive funds and ETFs that are trying to stack money for their people while still padding their own pockets. There is a lot of games that get played when it comes to money. You know, the simple things on the streets, the little hustles, the 3-card Monty that you'd see in New York is going to be on a massive scale when you start talking about over $1 trillion in market cap, which is the crypto space right now. Trillion with a T. Okay. And that's with the market down. Bitcoin itself was up over $1 trillion before the crash. So At the end of the day, there's a lot of money involved. And when money is involved, these companies are absolutely savage. I mean, I've been compared to a Viking a number of times. Actually, for whatever reason, everybody in Brazil wanted to say I look like a Viking. They are savages of the Viking type when it comes to money. They do not care at the end of the day about you, me, or anybody else. They care about that bottom line, that bottom dollar. So let's look at this. Let's see what kind of information we got here. So Immersive and MasterCard have partnered to enable users to make crypto payments in digital, physical, and metaverse worlds. The partnership will use decentralized protocols, okay, we like it, to settle real-time crypto transactions on MasterCard's network using USDC stablecoins issued by, talked about them earlier, Circle. Okay. So the Immersive will partner with a third-party settlement provider, and users can use USDC for all purchases without relying on a third party for collateral. So they're actually using their USDC to make purchases. They can access the feature through Web3, a number of different popular Web3 wallets, and use their private keys to approve and arrange payments. MasterCard has fostered several partnerships in the crypto ecosystem, including a prepaid card in crypto exchange through crypto exchange Binance for real-time crypto fiat conversions in, drumroll please, Brazil. We've been talking about Brazil quite a bit lately. So listen, what does this article mean? Well, it means that there are, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there are other options out there. There are. I love my XRP. I want XRP to go to the moon. Crusader will love to hear me say this, but these companies have other options besides just XRP for things like remittances, for payments, for whatever you're going to use them for. They have the ability to move assets from point A to point B quickly and inexpensively. So at the end of the day, who's going to play ball the way that the government wants you to play ball, and who's going to ultimately make the head honchos the most money? And I think that's really what this comes down to. Because as we talked a lot before, the decentralized idea is this buzzword that people in crypto love. We're libertarian and we don't want other people. We don't want the government involved in our business and all of these things, which is great. However, that's just not how the world works right now. Okay. It's just a fact. We live in a world that is controlled by some people that all they care about is the bottom line, the dollar. And so if they have an opportunity to control what is the dollar, they're going to do it. Now, MasterCard, massive company. I don't have the stats in front of me, but we're talking about trillions of dollars worth of payments. I mean, rattling through all the time. I don't know what that number is offhand, so don't quote me on the trillions every whatever. I don't know what the number is. But what I do know is that they settle a massive amount of money through MasterCard. Okay. This is not going to change. Now, will the actual settlement layer change? Sure, it's happening right now. If they're accepting USDC as a settlement layer, they're saying, hey, USDC is as good as the US dollar as far as they're concerned. So everybody can switch over to USDC effectively, if I'm reading this correctly. And MasterCard saying, hey, I'm down. Let's do it. And they already have gone forward and pressed into some other countries and done some things like I said in Brazil, where you can do a real-time crypto to fiat conversion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is happening. This is happening. It's been happening. And yet we still aren't willing to accept what's right in front of us. So I hope that the reason that you're here today is A, because you love debate crypto, B, because you just needed to smash the like. If you didn't do that already, just take a second and do it. And then C, besides being involved with Danger Close Alpha, trying to get yourself prepared, win yourself 5 Ethereum, have some fun, get as much information as possible, and get you and your family prepared. I hope that you come here for good, solid information. We try not to put with debate crypto. We want you to see both sides of things. And I think you're going to see as we press forward these next weeks and months and years, I think you're going to see a little bit of a more, we're trying to do a better job of being more well-rounded and seeing all sides, right? I don't want you just to hear Keeper's idea or just Crusader's idea. So we're really working hard to schedule bringing on multiple people and allowing you to see all sides of every argument. It's debate crypto, right? We don't need to have a full-on debate to have a discussion, to have a roundtable. And the problem with the world that we live in today is nobody can have real world discussions. And if we're not able to have real world discussions about whether you're a man or a woman, we're definitely not going to be able to have conversations about our money. People are incredibly private about their money. We need to be able to have conversations. So that's what we're trying to bring to you. We're trying to bring to you a well-rounded view on what we believe to be the crypto space as it emerges, as it continues to press forward. What's our goal? Our goal is for you, each and every one of you, to be prepared. If you're in crypto right now, or if you've been in crypto for years, you've been preparing for something, whether it's just for your bank account to be more fat, or whether it's preparing for the fall of the US dollar, you're preparing for something. Okay. And so I would challenge you, get not just prepared in the sense of, hey, I've got crypto to offset some of these possibilities with the US dollar. I would challenge you to get prepared in just your everyday life. We talk about it a lot. We talk about it a lot for a reason. You see things happening all around the world. Get prepared. Have some extra water. Have some food. Have a game plan. Where are you going to go if something happens in your town? Those things are important. DangerCloseAlpha.com. That'll get you involved with us. We are minting, as I said, we minted like 30-something NFTs yesterday, thanks to a few people in the community. We love you guys. We appreciate you for all you're continuing to do. This stuff is important. We don't talk about it all the time just to sell some 0.01 NFTs. We talk about it all the time because we are fostering a community of people that love each other, that I know if something hit the fan, we could make a phone call and we would have somebody all over the United States and actually all over the world. How much better does it get than that, right? That's what it's about. It's about community, and it's about learning to see the whole picture. We hope here at Debate Crypto, you're seeing the whole picture. That's what we want to provide for you. So Crypto fam, we love you guys. If you are not, if you didn't know it already, we really do appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Yeah, just thank you. You could be anywhere on a Wednesday and you are here hanging out with your boy Keeper. So we love you. Just remember, question everything, trust nothing. And until next time, hodl like it's hot. We will see you soon.